So more or less what I'm doing here is making a huge freaking mess. Today I'm out here in a butternut field that's all played out. There's still some squash laying around here and there, not much, but we really did well on this butternut this year. This is the cleanest we've ever had a butternut field at the end of the season. There's some weeds, but not much, and there's some squash still laying out here, but not much. And what is laying out here is either too small or it's not good. But there's very little left in the field. I'm very pleased with how much we got off this field and how little is left over. But we've only got about 3 weeks before our workers leave for the season, and so we finally got a little bit of rain. We've been almost 2 months without it. We got a little bit of rain last night, and so I'm gonna get the plastic lifter hooked up and try to get as much plastic lifted as I can so these boys can start getting this plastic up. What I'm doing here is making a huge freaking mess. I just got off and angled the lifter forward just a little bit, try to make it get a better bite. Maybe if it's going in the ground deeper, then this vines and stuff will shoot on through. This is the only field that we've got that's this rough with weeds. So hopefully if I can get through the aggravation right here, then the rest of it will go a whole lot smoother, I hope. Putting more dirt on top of the plastic than it had on top of the plastic. That's not going to be, the guys are not going to enjoy that very much, and I'm not going to enjoy paying them for that very much because it's going to take them forever to deal with that. We got to get this thing where it's not flipping the dirt on top of the plastic like it is right now. In order to do that, we're going to try to lengthen the center bar out and try to stop that. Alright, let's see if this helps. It seemed like it did a little bit better at times. I think I'm gonna level it out some more and see if we can get it a little bit better yet, because there's still a little bit of wet dirt laying on top of the plastic, as you can see here. Right here at the end it got pretty bad, but in places it's not too bad. We have a catch-22 with lifting plastic. It's gotta have some moisture in the soil, or you just can't get the lifter to go in the ground. But when there's moisture in the soil, then you end up with the dirt sticks to the plastic, and it's nasty to deal with. When it's dry, it's really light and fluffy, and you can just flip the plastic and it rolls right off. So it is what it is. We got to get it up. So I found that if you let stuff build up on this shank right here, like this provides just enough of a shoulder that it'll kick the dirt up on the plastic. So I'm having to stop every little bit and get off, clean this junk off for these shanks on both sides. That's what we need right there, is that gap, because that's what rolls the dirt off to the side. So when this gets built up, it flips the dirt to the middle. When your plastic looks like this, it's a son of a gun to get picked up. This right here is what you want. Nice and loose laying on top. It's got some squash plants and squash laying on top of it, but this feels lifting much better than where I started this afternoon. Alright, well, I've torn up my quota for the day, so I think I will go home and get some supper before I tear up anything else. I got a bunch of trash wedged in this thing while ago, and I went to back up, and this little pin right here, there used to be one on the other side. If you back up a short distance and you're perfectly straight, then you're fine. But if these coulters ever twist, then you have this happen. So I need to go home and load up the welder so I can fix that, because if that swings around and gets in that tractor tire, it will pop that tire if it swings around and cuts into it. So I think I'll call it a day. That'll work. Well, I know for y'all it's like 10 seconds later, but it's actually the next afternoon, and I got my welder, and I'm going to weld this pin back on so that this coulter doesn't swing around. And there's also this prong right here that is worn so thin that it keeps bending down like this, and it's not doing what it's supposed to be. So I've got a new one. I'm gonna weld it on and get this lifter ready to go back to work. So I don't know how good it showed up last night in that video. It was getting kind of dark on me, but what happened is I tried to back up this coulter. I was trying to back up because I had some trash hung up on all this and it wouldn't come off. So I backed up just a little bit, which is fine as long as you back up perfectly straight. Well, I didn't. This coulter was in the ground a little bit. So when I backed up, it swung around and broke the piece of rod off that goes right there. And that allows it to swing around into the tire, which is not good. That's a good way to bust the tire. I just want to show y'all the amazing, well, it's amazing to me, amount of, I guess, sanding power of dirt. This 7/8 rod right here is fairly intact up through here. I mean, it's pretty well still solid 7/8 round. But when you get right here, look at how thin this is worn just from the dirt coming across this plow point and wearing it. That's pretty incredible to me. Well, that looks a little funny on there, but at least it's gonna keep that rod from wearing completely off like this one just about did. Anyway, we're just about ready to go back to lifting plastic. I think we're supposed to get about a 1/2 inch of rain tomorrow, which is awesome. It's gonna make this plastic lifting go a whole lot smoother. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe. I'm going to try to start putting out a video about every week, so stay tuned and you can keep up with what's going on at Cherry Hill Farm. Thanks for watching.